Hi there, and welcome to the 2 Minute Writers Challenge. It is great to have you here today. And today's quote comes from Abraham Maslow. If you're not familiar with his work, I encourage you to get familiar with it. It's really quite astounding. And he says, in any given moment, we have two options: to step forward into growth or step backward into safety. And if you've been here before, you know that the one thing I probably despise above everything else is the comfort zone, because nothing good ever comes from that place. It's where all of our dreams, all of our hopes, all our desires go to die. Anyways, let me get to that in a moment, but first, my name is Christopher D'Armani, and it is my purpose, my pleasure, and my passion to empower aspiring Christian nonfiction writers to share their trauma to triumph journey using a complete, detailed roadmap for writing success, because it's the easiest, simplest, and fastest way to make the impact they know they were born to make. Every day and in every situation that we face, we will make a choice, and it will either be to grow or to be comfortable. Comfort means never challenging yourself, never attempting to better yourself, never daring to push far enough to actually fail. If you've never failed, I would argue you've never succeeded either, because you've never discovered what you're actually capable of. And as I also say on a regular basis, you are far more capable than you think you are in any given moment, in any given day. I use my example of writing 7 books in 90 days, writing and publishing 7 books in 90 days as proof that I was capable of more than I thought I was. And therefore I know you are too. To grow, let me go back to that last point for a second. If you're living in the comfort zone, if you're never daring to push so far to fail, that's the place where, I'm not going to say the word that popped in my head. Let me just say this. You will never find a champion living in their comfort zone. They will always live outside of that, in that area where they have to push themselves until they do break, until they do fail. Because that's the only way they can reach that next level of achievement, that next mountaintop of success. To grow, to become better at anything, requires being uncomfortable. Your challenge, should you choose to accept it, is to live in discomfort every single day. Live in discomfort. Your comfort zone, as I said at the top, is where all of your dreams go to die. It's like Someday Island. Someday I'll write my book. If you're singing that mantra, there is no hope you will ever get that book written, because someday never comes. Someday never comes. There will always be something more important. Your comfort zone is where your dreams go to die, and safe spaces are for babies. Babies can't protect themselves. They don't know how to defend themselves. They don't know how to do all the things they need to do to feed themselves, clothe themselves, clean themselves, all that stuff. Adults do. Adults don't need a safe space. Even though so many people in our world today seem to think that's true, it's nonsense. Safe spaces are for crybabies and for little babies. Crybabies are the big ones. Little babies are the real ones. Adults require challenge and adversity and an open mind if they're going to accomplish what they need to accomplish in this world, if they're going to accomplish what God put in their heart to do. Life. Courage required. That should be the blanket that every baby is wrapped in when they're born. They should have that motto stamped on our forehead, for crying out loud, so that they understand from their very first breath that life isn't fair. It was never meant to be fair. Fair is a human concept, not a godly one. We need to figure that out. It was never meant to be. That's that critical piece of information that we miss when we say, oh, life isn't fair, or I need a safe space because someone hurt my feelings. Someone's always going to hurt your feelings. I may have right now, I don't know. But if you did, you've got two options. You can choose to be, angry and upset about it, or you can choose to think about, well, what did I say that upset you so much? Did I say something that was untrue, or did I say something you simply didn't want to hear? I would argue it's going to be the latter in almost every single case. Life is meant to challenge you so that you can grow, so you can learn, so that you can become that great and powerful person that God intended you to be. Any fool can live a life of cowardice in the safety and comfort of their comfort zone. Anyone can do that. It takes the courageous person, the courageous writer, to write the words that are going to speak from their vulnerable and open heart into the mind and therefore into the heart of their ideal reader, so that they can make the change that you know and they know they need to make. If you're going to attempt to do something, then do it the way Denzel Washington talks about. You know, heroes fail in the way Denzel says. Fail big. If you're going to fail, like, do it grandly. Live a life, live every word of Joshua 1:9. The courageous life. It's the courageous person's mantra, I believe. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid nor dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. If you live in that sentiment, every single day will be a great day, because this is how you live a life worth living. This is how every single day is uncomfortable, but you're living and you're growing and you're learning new and better ways to do something every single day. You're learning how to serve your audience in a better way every single day. So with that, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Bye for now.